welcome to Chair Yoga. My name's Debbie Mormon, and this class is brought to you by Family Care Health Centers in St. Louis. So this will be a gentle, I guess. Everybody's different. What might be gentle to me may not be gentle for you. So as always, I encourage you to please listen to and respect your body and only move in ways that feel comfortable, safe, pain-free in your body. Stretching sensation, muscle fatigue is normal, but any sharp or burning pain in the joints are a sign that your body is not happy with what you're doing. So for today's class, you may want a yoga block. If you don't have a yoga block, if you have a big book or a footstool or an ottoman, something like that, anything that can bring the earth up closer to you. And also a strap or a belt, a necktie, a towel, anything long and strappy that you can use. We're going to do some hamstring stretches in a little bit. So you can pause it and grab those things that you might need during your practice today. So let's go ahead and start with centering. So find an easy seated position. Check to make sure the ankles are directly under the knees, the shoulders are directly over the hips, and the crown of the head reaches up to the ceiling as you root down through your sit bones. Lower your gaze or close your eyes and just allow your shoulders to soften down away from your ears. And welcome yourself to your chair yoga practice today. Thank yourself for making the time for self-care, for nurturing your mind, your body, your spirit. It's important stuff. And just take a minute to allow your attention to land on the breath without manipulating it in any way at this point. Just focus your attention on the breath or the prana coming in through the nose, nourishing every cell in your body. And on the exhale, imagining any toxins, negativity, unwanted stuff to flow out. If you'd like to set an intention or a dedication for your class today, now would be a great time to do that. So an intention is any quality or characteristic that you would like to see more present in your life. It might be patience, calm, love, initiative, endurance, anything that speaks to you today. Just kind of take a moment to hold that intention in your mind's eye. We'll start with a breathing exercise to help us get further centered and just a way to calm the central nervous system in preparation for our class today. So we're going to do 4x4 breathing. I'll explain it first and then I'll count you through the first 2 rounds and we'll take the second 2 rounds in silence. So what we're doing is inhaling through the nose for a count of 4, holding the breath for a count of 4, exhaling out the nose for a count of 4, holding the exhale for a count of 4, and repeating that 4 times. It's a lot of 4s. All right, go ahead and let all your breath out. Slow inhale through the nose, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold the exhale, 2, 3, 4, inhale through the nose, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold your exhale, 2, 3, 4. Repeat that 2 more times. When you are finished, just resume normal breathing. Notice the effects that that short breathing practice may have had on your mind or your body. And then we'll gently blink open the eyes and we'll scooch a little bit forward in our chair. Remember your option to make any modifications that you might need or want for your body today. And you can always do a little bit and then stop and watch for a little bit or pause it, do the practice in intervals, whatever works for you, because it is your practice. So we're going to start by interlacing the fingers behind the head, and the elbows are wide. And we're just going to move the elbows at this point. So on an inhale, I'd like for you to draw the shoulders back any amount. And on an exhale, the elbows come forward closer by your ears. So that's the only thing moving. So inhale, the elbows draw wide and back. And exhale, the elbows come in close to the sides of the head. And we'll just flow like that. So inhale, really feel the shoulder blades drawing toward the spine on the inhale. And on an exhale, feel the width between the shoulders. And just flow. Inhale, elbows wide and back. Exhale, in close to the head. A few more times. So now we're going to add just a little tilt of the chin. So on the inhale, when the elbows draw wide and back, we're just going to lift the chin up any amount. And on an exhale, when the elbows draw close to the head, the chin drops. So we're adding a little bit more of the upper back into this sort of flexion and inflection. And just flow like that. So inhale, elbows wide and back, chin lifts. Exhale, elbows forward, chin drops. Let's take 2 more. We'll keep the hands interlaced at the back of the head and just take the elbows out so they're pointing your side wall, pointing to your side walls. And we'll find a little side bend flow here. So take a breath in, and on an exhale, the right elbow drops towards the floor as the left elbow tilts up. So we're bringing a side bend into the left side body. And then inhale back up to neutral. Exhale, other side, left elbow lowers, right elbow lifts. Inhale to center, and just to find a little gentle flow side to side here. Trying to keep the spine long and straight so we're not rounding into this. We're just gentle flow side to side, waking up the spine and the sides of our bodies. Let's take it one more time to each side. we'll come back to neutral, leaving the hands where they are. We're going to turn this into a twist. So we're going to bring the elbows a little bit forward, not close up to the face, but just pointed gently forward. They're kind of more at a diagonal. And we're just going to find a twist flow here. So take a breath in, and on an exhale, twist the torso to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist the torso to the left. Inhale through center, and that's our flow. So the hips and the sit bones stay stationary. It's the torso that's doing the movement here. The low belly's drawn in. Let's take one more to each side. Come back to neutral. Bring the interlaced fingers to your heart center. Feeling the warmth there. Good. Then press the palms away. Straighten the arms in front of you. Inhale, lift them up overhead. And then bring the palms to touch and lower the hands down to heart center. Take a minute, lower your gaze or close your eyes. Connect with your intention. Good, then we're going to do that little flow again, but I invite you to interlace your fingers the opposite way. So it's typically the way that feels a little bit awkward for you. So go ahead and interlace the fingers the other way. Bring the hands back behind the head again, and we'll take the inhale, elbows draw back, chin lifts. Exhale, elbows draw forward, chin drops. And find your flow again here. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Focusing on that space between the scapula. Let's take one more. Good. Come back to neutral. Elbows out to the side. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, side bend to the left. And find your flow. Moving at your pace with your breath. So the elbows stay wide. The hands press into the back of the head into the hands, and low belly in. One more to each side. Come on, back through neutral. Bring the elbows a little bit more forward, and we'll take our twist. But this time we're going to start with the twist to the left. So twist left, inhale center, exhale twist right, inhale center, and just flow. Keep the belly in. Let's take one more to each side. And come back to neutral. Bring the interlaced fingers again to your heart center. And then press the palms away and forward. Inhale the arms up overhead. Maybe the gaze follows. Press the palms together, and on an exhale, bring the hands back to heart center. And just take a minute to notice. I know the arms can get a little bit tired from being up so much, but that's kind of the point, I guess, to build up our endurance a little bit. So we're going to take our feet out to a wide angle, so our knees are in line with the toes and everything's pointed out at a diagonal. And we're going to take a little cat-cow here. So on an inhale, so the hands are on the knees. On an inhale, we're going to bring the full spine into this now. So we arch the back, sit bones kind of stick back, shoulder blades draw together, chin lifts. And then on an exhale, scoop out the belly, round the back, widen the shoulder blades. And find your flow here for a wide leg seated cat-cow. Take one more. Well, come on back up to neutral. The spine is long and straight. And we're going to find a little side-to-side motion here. So the hands are going to travel up and down the legs. So if we take a little side bend to the right, the left hand travels up the left thigh. Inhale through center. Exhale, side bend to the left, and the right hand travels up toward your right hip crease. And that's our flow. So exhale, side bend right. Inhale through center. Exhale, side bend left. So it's just kind of a nice fluid movement. Keep the low belly drawn in toward the spine. Making any modifications you might want to for yourself. And we'll take one more to each side. And we'll come back to neutral. We're going to keep the left hand on the left knee. We're going to take the right hand and reach back for the back of our chair. If that doesn't work for you, the right hand can come to the right hip. Either way is perfect. So let's inhale and lengthen the spine. And exhale, twist to the right. So we're not forcing this twist in any way, shape, or form. And then on an inhale, back out a little bit. Exhale, deepen the twist a little bit. Inhale, back out a little. Exhale, deepen a little. And that's our flow here, a little twisting in and out of our full twist with respect for our body. Couple more times. And release everything out. Take a minute to let the spine reset. And then we'll keep the right hand on the right knee and reach the left hand either to the back of the chair or to our left hip, whichever works for you. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, deepen your twist. Inhale, back off. Exhale, twist. Inhale, back out. Exhale, twist. And just flow like that. Maybe calling to mind again your intention. Couple more. And untwist. And let's heel toe the legs back together. So we're going to bring the legs all the way together. And we're going to inhale and extend the arms straight out to the sides. Draw the palms or the backs of the hands toward the back of the wall. And lift the chin a little bit. And on an exhale, opposite hands grab opposite shoulders and the chin drops. So we're giving ourselves a little squeeze here. And our flow is going to be inhale, extend the arms out, wide and back. And then alternate the cross of the arms as you hug yourself. Inhale, arms extend out and back, alternating which arm is on top. And that's our flow. One more time to each side. And come on back to an easy seated position. And we're going to cross the right knee over the left knee. Now, if crossing the legs at the knees is not an option for you, cross the right ankle over the left ankle. And this is where you may want your block or a footstool and set it in front of your left foot. So the right foot is crossed over the left leg. Good. And let's inhale both arms up by the ears. And on an exhale, we're going to hinge at the waist to find any kind of forward fold over the crossed legs. And breathe. So if you want, you don't need to use a prop at all. You can just rest the torso on the right leg. But the prop is nice to give yourself a little support if that feels better for you. But we're just letting the chin and the head hang heavy. Notice anywhere in your body you could soften a little bit more into this very passive pose, this passive forward fold. Good. Then maybe the hands travel up to that right leg, and nice and slow, you bring yourself up. Then take your block or your footstool and set it to about 9 or 10 o'clock off to your left. And we're going to, again, inhale the arms up. We're going to twist just a little bit to the left. And we're going to find that block or the footstool to bring a little twist into. Not really a twist, but we're side bending to the left, feeling the sensation in our lower right back and the outer right hip. And let the head hang heavy. Then maybe bring the right elbow to the right knee and just help yourself back up as much as you need or want. Uncross the right knee, bounce the legs a little bit, and we'll take that little forward folding series on the other side. So left knee crosses over the right knee or left ankle over the right ankle, whichever works for you. The block or your footstool comes in front of the right toes. Inhale, arms up by the ears. Exhale, hinge at the waist to find your block, your footstool, the floor, whatever works. Wherever you are, let the head and neck soften. Let all the muscles of the face relax. And be fully present in this moment, noticing the sensations in your body without judgment, without expectation. Keeping with your full breath in and out through the nose. Good. Let the hands come up to that left knee to help lift the torso back upright. And we'll move our block or our footstool now over to like 2 o'clock. And we'll inhale both arms up by the ears. And then we're going to square the shoulders a little bit over that left thigh. And find your forward fold to the right. So both arms are to the right side of your legs. Noticing now the sensation in the lower left back and the outer left hip. Let the head and neck be heavy. Connect with your breath. Good. Then bring that left elbow up to the left knee. Hands help the torso back upright. Uncross the legs and just give them another little bounce. You can set your block to the side for now and grab your strap, your belt, your towel, whatever you have that is strap-like. And we'll get into our hamstrings a little bit. So we're going to bring the strap to the ball of the right foot, and we're just going to gently straighten that right leg to wherever you start noticing some sensation in the back of the right leg. So our hamstrings can be a little bit stubborn sometimes. It might be helpful to sit all the way back in your chair so that you have the back of the chair for support here. Breathe into the back of those left or the right leg. See if you can soften the shoulders a little bit. We tend to hunch them up when we're holding that leg up. But keep the right foot flexed, like you're reaching the heel of the right foot to your front wall. Seeing if you can soften the back of the leg as it gets that big, big stretch here. And maybe after you've been here for a minute or two, you can see if you can lift that right leg a little bit higher. Maybe, maybe not. Don't push it. There's no competition here. It just is what it is. Good. Go ahead and release the right foot all the way back down. We're going to leave it looped onto the right foot though. So we're going to grab both ends of the strap with our right hand. We're going to relift that right leg. Extend the left arm straight out to the left, and then we're just going to gently guide that right foot out to the right. So the right leg is straight if that feels okay. You can always have a bend. As long as you're feeling sensation of a stretch in the back of the right leg, you're doing it perfectly. So we're getting into that right inner thigh and groin a little bit here. And we're breathing. And on an inhale, draw the right leg back forward. Now you're going to grab both ends of the strap in your left hand. The right arm is going to extend straight out to the right. And this can be a pretty intense stretch, so I invite you to move into it very slowly and monitor your body. So we're just going to guide that straight right leg over to the left any amount. So we're not coming off that right hip. It stays rooted. But you should feel some sensation in the outer right hip, the IT band especially. This is an area that doesn't get a whole lot of love or attention from us. So it's really nice to give it a good stretch every now and then. So the right leg is not going real far to the left. It's just sort of crossing the midline of the body. Good. Gently release out, rebend the right leg, and again, bounce the legs a little bit. And maybe notice the difference between the right leg and the left leg. It almost feels like my right leg is longer than my left leg after all that hamstring stretching. So let's even it out. So now we're going to take the strap around the ball of the left foot, and we're going to lift that left leg any amount. Left leg can be straight or the knee can have some bend in it, whatever works for you, but the spine is long and straight, supported by the back of your chair, and you're reaching the left heel toward your front wall, breathing into the back of the left leg. Maybe even calling to mind your intention again. Noticing where you can relax and soften in this pose. Good. After you've been here a minute or two, if you feel safe, see if you can lift that left leg just a little bit higher. Maybe, maybe not. No big deal. Go ahead and bend the left knee, relax the left leg for a second, and we'll grab both ends of the strap with our left hand. Right arm extends straight out to the right, lift that left leg straight out in front, and then guide it out to the left. Getting into the inner thigh and groin of our left leg now. Keep the spine long and straight. That right arm out to the side just offers us a little bit of balance here so we don't fall over. We don't want that. Breathing, reaching the left heel to the left side wall. And breathing. Gently guide that left leg back forward, both ends of the strap into the right hand. Left arm extends straight out to the left, and we get that outer hip stretch by guiding the straight or towards straight left leg over to the right. Just go until you notice that sensation in the outer left hip or the IT band on the other side. And breathe. And gently release out. You can take your strap off and set it to the side. We're going to take a few rounds of a seated sun salutation. So come toward the edge, the front edge of your chair. Oh, let's see what kind of sun salutation. We're just going to go. We'll go with the flow and see what kind of sun salutation we're going to do today. So inhale, both arms up by the ears. Exhale, hinge at the waist. Arms either go wide or they travel down the legs to bring you into a forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins, and we're going to halfway lift. So the spine is long and straight, shoulders away from the ears, shoulder blades draw towards each other. Exhale, back to a forward fold. Inhale, we're going to bring the hands to the knees. We're going to find a little arch in the back. So the torso is still leaning forward, but we're in a bit of a cobra pose, but in our chair. Good. Exhale, release down. Inhale. Let's come on up to a down dog. So we're going to straighten the legs. The arms reach forward. It's kind of like a V, except we don't have a wall or the floor for reference. Good. Back to our forward fold. Rebend the knees. Inhale, arms wide, flat back all the way up. Palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Again, inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge at the waist to forward fold. Head hangs heavy. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands come up to the knees. We keep the torso forward and we try to find a little cobra pose. Lift the chin, draw the shoulder blades together. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bring the arms up. Legs go straight for a little bit of a down dog in our chair. And then rebend the knees, forward fold. Inhale, arms wide, flat back all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands to the knees. Find a little arch in your back. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise the torso up, straighten the legs, feet are flexed. Down dog with the air. Good. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms wide, flat back all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. And just take a minute in stillness to notice if your heart's beating a little bit faster, maybe the breath is moving a little bit quicker. Just make an effort to get your inhales and your exhales the same length. That will help even out the breath. Gently blink open the eyes. We're going to come on up to stand. And we're going to face the seat of our chair. And we're going to step the right foot up onto the seat of our chair. And however far back you want the left leg to be is fine. But we're going to bring the hands either to the seat of the chair. I think it might be a little bit easier or nicer for us to have the hands on the back of the chair. So we're going to kind of scooch that left leg back any amount. So we're going to kind of come into a lunge. But we're going to be mindful not to have the right knee go beyond the right ankle. Your knees don't like that. So on an exhale, we're going to lunge here. And on an inhale, we're going to play with straightening the right leg any amount as you peel the right toes away and off the chair. So that right leg may not go straight. It may, doesn't matter. And on an inhale, we're going to come back forward to our lunge. No, I'm sorry. This is our exhale to the lunge. Inhale to a runner stretch. We move the hips back, toes lift, right leg goes towards straight any amount. And exhale, rebend into the lunge. Inhale to runner stretch. Draw the pinky edge side of the right toes back towards the hip. And just flow like that. In and out. With respect for your body. We already got those hamstrings pretty loose when we were working with our straps, so this one should feel pretty nice. So we're just bending in and out of lunge and runner stretch. Let's take it 2 more times. Good. Then go ahead and lower the right foot. And let's come on up to stand, and before we take the other side, let's do a little ragdoll twist here. So the feet are about a little bit wider than hip width distance apart. We're just going to take ragdoll twist. So the arms are along for the ride, but the torso just twists to the right, twist to the left. The arms are just flopping. Done a lot of work with our spine today, so hopefully this one feels nice for you. The head can follow. If you get dizzy, keep the head forward and just allow the shoulders and the torso to go side to side. Let it all go. Let it be soft. Good. And then let's take that lunge runner stretch on the left side. So we're going to step the left foot up to the seat of our chair, and we're going to lower the hips. You might need to move that right foot back a little if you need. So we're going to lower the hips to come into our lunge so the left knee is directly over the left ankle. On, take a breath out, and on an inhale, the hips come back. Left toes peel off the seat of the chair. Left leg goes any amount towards straight. And exhale, come into lunge. Inhale, back to runner's stretch. Exhale, lunge, and just flow in and out of this deep hamstring stretch. Moving with respect for your body. Next time your left leg is straight, really draw the pinky edge side of the left foot back towards your body. And always be done with the hands up here. Maybe the leg doesn't go all the way straight, no big deal. As long as you're feeling some sensation in the back of the left leg, you're doing it perfect. We'll take a couple more. And go ahead and release the left foot and come on up to stand. And let's take that little ragdoll twist again. Let's take spinal balance here. So we're going to bend over and place the hands, both hands, on the seat of your chair. Walk your feet out so that your body is a little bit like an L. Good. Root down through the left foot, and we're going to straighten the right leg straight back behind us. And really reach back through that right heel. And then take a breath in, and on an exhale, bring the knee to the nose, any amount. Inhale, extend the right leg. Exhale, bend the right knee, bring the knee to the nose. Inhale, extend, we'll flow a few more times. Two more. Go ahead and extend the right leg, and on an exhale, lower it down. Take a minute here to regroup, reset, and then we'll take that same little flow on the other side. So root through the right foot, extend the left leg straight back. Left foot is flexed. Take a breath in, and on an exhale, bend the left knee round the back, knee to nose. Inhale, extend, straighten the spine. Exhale, knee to nose. Two more. Extend the left leg, and then we'll lower it down. Walk the feet in, help yourself up to standing. Move nice and slow. And then we'll come back to sit in our chair. We'll start to cool down a little bit. So let's take our figure 4. So the right ankle crosses over the left knee. If that doesn't work for you, the right ankle crosses over the left ankle. As long as that right knee falls out to the right a little bit and you feel some sensation in your right hip, you're doing it perfect. So the spine is long and straight here. If your right ankle is crossed over your left ankle, place the left hand on the left foot, the right hand on the right knee, and see about lifting that right leg off the left knee and just taking it side to side a little bit. So it's almost like we're cradling a baby here and rocking the baby a little side to side. So the right knee comes to the left and to the right. And then let that right ankle land on the left knee again. And we'll find any kind of forward fold over the right leg. So keep the right foot flexed. That'll protect your right knee. Maybe the forearms come to the right leg and the head hangs heavy. Maybe the torso drapes and the arms hang. You do what works for you, but wherever you are, let the head and neck be heavy. And let the hands help the torso back upright. Grab the right knee, interlace both hands around the right knee. If this isn't feasible for you, you can always use the strap, any amount to lift the right knee. And we're just going to take some circles with the right knee. So the right knee is hugged in, any amount. And we're just going to circle that knee in one direction and then circle it in the other direction. And go ahead and release the right leg. Now noticing the difference between the right hip and the left hip. Maybe you don't notice anything at all, no big deal. All right, so let's cross the left ankle over the right ankle or left ankle over the right knee. Lengthen the spine. Breathing into that left hip. If you're already feeling quite a bit of sensation in the left hip, I invite you to stay right here and don't make any changes. If you want to cradle that left leg, so we're going to take the right hand to the left foot, left hand to the left knee, lift it up off the right knee, and just guide the left knee out to the left and to the right. So just moving a little side to side here. And then let the right ankle land back on the right knee, lengthen the spine, hinge at the waist to come to your forward fold over the left leg, either onto forearms or the torso drapes. Wherever you are, let the head hang heavy. Call to mind again your intention. And gently let the hands help the torso back upright. Uncross the legs. And we'll settle in for Shavasana. So your Shavasana or your corpse pose, our final resting pose in meditation, can be done seated, lying on the floor on your back, lying on a bed or a couch, or if you're at your desk, you can stack your hands and rest your head. Whatever allows you to relax and let the effects of the class reverberate in the body. Wherever you are, lower your gaze or close your eyes, noticing every place your body is coming in contact with support, either your chair, the floor, your desk, your bed, your couch. Allow yourself with each exhale to be heavier and heavier. So we feel a little bit lighter on the inhale and heavy on the exhale. And I have a short reading today by S.C. Laurie, and it's called Things I Wish for You. Things I wish for you. That you go on lots of long walks and enjoy your own company. That you learn that the real magic doesn't come from self-improvement, but from self-acceptance. And that part of accepting yourself is embracing your potential. Come into the light, lovely one. The sun is shining for you. That you realize the joy you once knew when life was far simpler has never actually left you. Go looking for it again and you will find it. That you realize your heart is wild, strong, and deep, and growing old is an honor. It is no curse. And that every day means something from the last. So don't give them away to your worries. Give your days to your dreams, to making each a bit more special than your last. There, your potential awaits you. We'll have a couple minutes of silence and then I'll cue you out. Allowing the mind to effortlessly come back to the attention of your breath when it wanders off. Gently begin to deepen your breath. Invite some small movements to your fingers and to your toes. And then as you're ready, reach the arms up by the ears, the legs out in front of you, and give yourself a big stretch in both directions. Really reach. And then let it all soften back down. If you're on the floor or in your bed or on the couch, bring yourself up to an easy seated position. And once there, we'll press our palms together in front of our heart center as our symbol of closing this sacred time that you've made for yourself today and that we've shared together. Call to mind again your intention, inviting that quality to manifest itself in your life this week. My soul honors your soul. I commend the place in you where the Spirit resides. I admire the place in you that is of love, light, truth, and peace, because it's also within me. And in sharing these things, we are united. We are one. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a great week, and we'll see you next time. Bye.